The year is 1917, and a Russian Revolution has happened, one I will cover next time. But Sir Douglas Haig needs to put his troops into action. He needs to plan an offensive along a wide front like he always does. And he decided to do this at an old battleground called Ypres. So, the third Battle of Ypres, or the Battle of Passchendaele, as people like to call it, was memorable. Let's go through it, shall we? So Douglas Haig, General Plumer, and one of the French generals, probably can't remember his name, decided on an offensive. The third Battle of Ypres, Battle of Passchendaele, obviously to capture the town of Passchendaele. There would be 9 divisions of the British and 6 from the French against 13 German divisions, but they were spread out more than the Allies. So, the battle began with a 10-day artillery barrage with 3,000 artillery pieces. The biggest artillery barrage ever. And what Douglas Haig wanted this to do was what he hoped for it to do at the Battle of the Somme, which, as we all know, it didn't go to plan. But all it did was ruin the ground in no man's land and, in turn, ruin the water system. So, instead of water draining away, it just stayed there in the field, creating not a nice, stable environment to run across, but instead something you'd find Shrek living in. A swamp. But this didn't stop Haig. He sent his men over, and let's just say it turned not into a fistful of dollars, but into a fistful of blood. Troops crossing no man's land would get stuck in the mud. Some were even reported to drown, but they still met their objectives. They still kept going. Come late 1917, some of the battalions had achieved their goals, but Passchendaele was still uncaptured. So, while moving troops up to the front, as I explained last time, it turned into a bloody combat, and supplies coming up, well, not 100% of the supplies made it, because they would have drowned. So, the Battle of Passchendaele did come with a British and French victory, but the cost was significantly higher than the Germans. The Allies suffered around 300,000 casualties, while the Germans only suffered 260,000 casualties. And this is even with people being drawn back from the Eastern Front since Russia's withdrawal. So that is a little bit on the Battle of Passchendaele. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know what you think about the third Battle of Ypres in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for a game change that changed a nation.